Amanda here from createyourfuture.co. So today we have Reem joining us. Hi, Reem.
Hello.
So guys, as you know, Reem is a coach here at Create Your Future. And today she's actually got a very special video for you guys. It's going to help you speed up your manifestations with your specific person. And she's got some tips on going into detail of how you can live in the end. Not just, the regular living in the end video, but a video where she's going to explain and give you tips on how to live in the end with your mental diet, in your visualization, and as well as your feelings. So I think in a lot of cases, we do see this as something that's overlooked. I know I'd never really hear about it in videos. So Reem, yeah, let's hear what these tips are for living in the end.
Okay, yes. So yeah, just like Amanda was saying, I think these are the three spaces that I think are so important to get you to really submerge your entire current reality as if you are already in your end desire, in your end goal with your specific person, whether it's a relationship or whatever it is that you desire with the specific person. So in terms of the first space is the mental diet. So you guys already know how to clear up your mental diet when it comes to your current reality. So as blocks are showing up, if the person tells you is not speaking to you, or they're angry with you, or you just had a fight, or you haven't spoken to them in a whole entire year, the entire time you're really working on your day-to-day mental diet. As things come up, you're saying, oh, you know what? No, they actually really love me. Oh, they really miss me. They can't wait to hear from me. When you send a message, they love that I'm talking to them. They love hearing from me. They want to be with me. We belong together. So those are all kind of, you're constantly submerging that 3D world, and anything that comes up, you're spinning it to mean that it is in line with your desire. You are getting to where you want to be in that space. Then at the same time with your mental diet, you really want to be thinking as if you're already in the relationship, in that space that you want to be. So you're not, let's say you want to plan, you're thinking about, oh, I'd love to go on vacations with them. I'd love to live in an apartment with them. Instead of thinking of it as like, when will that happen? Or I want this to happen. You're more so thinking of, okay, we already are in this relationship. We already are in that space. So you think about where would we want to live? How would let me pick out the furniture for the apartment. Or if it's a vacation, then you're planning that out and you're visualizing that entire scene. You're talking in your mental diet. Okay, well, we would probably go with this group of friends, not with that group. So the entire time your mental diet is living in that end space, but at the same time your mental diet is working in the present current reality to give meaning to everything that comes up. You are in line with your desire. So that's the one realm, which is just your thoughts and your mental diet. Then the other realm is really your visualizations. So those also kind of stem off into two spaces. So throughout the day, as things show up in your 3D world, you are visualizing that, let's say you are spending time with the person, but only as friends. The entire time you're just visualizing that, if they're handing you something, you visualize that they're giving it to you as if they're with you. Or if they give you a hug, you're visualizing as if you guys are in that relationship together. You are that couple. Or let's say, then you also have the visualizations. Let's say you choose an end point that's after the relationship has already, let's say you want to marry the person. So you're choosing a scene that is after that end point. So, and you go to sleep with that at night. So every single night you're visualizing that end scene. Let's say you want to be married to the person. So you're visualizing that they're laying right next to you in bed as you go to sleep in that first person way. And that's how you kind of submerge the concepts of visualization to get you into that end zone, into living in that end and being in that reality. And then the third is feelings. Really, feelings is the most important one. And you want to pull feelings from everywhere. So if your desire is to be in a relationship, to be with a specific person, what are the feelings that you're looking for when you're in that relationship? So those could be, you're looking for trust, security, confidence in yourself and the person having confidence in themselves. You're looking for loyalty and fun, your laughter. Those are all feelings. So you have those feelings all around you in your 3D reality at the current moment. They're stemming from friends, from family members, from your parents, from everybody that's around you, and or coworkers. They will all allow you to feel those feelings. So when you have those feelings, you want to really sit in those feelings and enjoy them and feel them as if you, and then try to connect them to that person just by feeling it. So the minute you are feeling the feelings of already being in a relationship, let's say you want to feel protected and your sibling really calls you and says, where are you? Did you make it home all right? You know, so that gives you the feeling of being protected, a feeling like you're being cared for. So you pull that feeling and you really sit in that feeling and you allow it to kind of completely take over you. So you can pull feelings from all around to get you to that space. So that's how you kind of live in the end. You already have it. You already are in that relationship. So you want that relationship to have laughter and fun and conversation. So you have a friend that you get those feelings from them. So just sit and enjoy those feelings and appreciate that you already have it in your life. And then it all will connect to the rest of what you're working on, which is your mental diet, your visualizations, and all of it combined really starts this whirlwind where it'll take you straight to your end point, to your desire, because you're already living it. You're already kind of submerging your whole world with your thoughts, your conversations. That's your mental diet. With your visualization, so you're just, as you see a couple that's let's say you see a couple, most people will get envious and they'll be like, oh, well, what about me? My specific person hasn't called me, you know. But instead you should be using that to say, you're visualizing that it's you and your specific person. Let's say the couple is doing something that's a fun activity and you're like, oh, I can see, I use it, just say like, oh wow, okay, this is what I would want to be doing with my person. And then you sit and you pretend that it's you put yourself in first person into that space, and you use whatever you have in your world to kind of create as if you're already living, you already have that relationship, you already have that person in your life.
Yeah.
So that's,
yeah, I love it. You know what? It's using it as a catalog, you know, instead of going, why them? Why not me? It's going, no, if they can have it, I can have it. Ooh, I like that, but my dress is going to be better, you know. And one thing actually I wanted to add in, you know, I love that how you're telling people to pull the feelings, you know, like if you remember something that a situation with somebody you've had previously, that'll bring you back into that state, that feeling. So, you know, for instance, you know, when I forget that I'm this powerful creator, I have a whole list of like the wall of manifestations that I just look at, and it pulls me right back into that feeling. And then I tackle what I'm going to tackle at that moment, you know, whatever I'm having a hard time working on. Love that suggestion. The other thing that I actually do as well is I actually say, I intend to feel like, okay, so I intend to feel like I have a loving, trusting relationship. So we can actually intend that those feelings come, because our thoughts actually create our feelings as well, you know. So we could do it all both ways, every single way, you know. And you know, you can get into that feeling, remember, you know, when you did feel loved, and then you can say, I intend that our relationship is exactly like this now as well, you know. Back it up with some intentions, link those new intentions to those new feelings, you know, and really compound all this together. Amazing. I love every time you come on the video. I love it. You're just great. This is amazing. Guys, there's gold in this video. Telling you.
Yeah. And actually, one other thing about the feelings that you, like you were saying, let's say you have it is a specific person that you're trying to manifest, and at some point you guys did have that loving relationship and you did feel all those feelings, which is why you either want them back or you want to be with them. So instead of living in this space of having all these feelings of doubts and fears and why not me and all of these feelings, no, step back into those feelings and pull them from the past and live in them right now and just enjoy them. And you have to realize it's all about getting into those feelings, getting into that scene, getting into those, and with your mental diet, with your visualizations, with your feelings, the more you bring it into your present moment, that's what living in the end, living in it now, That's what it means. And that's what like pulls that reality right into your lap.
Oh, exactly. You know, and half the time, right? And I know I've been so guilty of this. And one thing I like resolved to do one time was to sit and listen to my mental conversations. So for instance, right, if I had, say, a bad experience going somewhere, you know, and then somebody says, oh, well, let's go to the movies, right? And then immediately I'm like, oh, I know what's going to happen. We're going to go there and it's going to be a long lineup and it might be, you know what I mean? Like I've already created like in my little mental dialogue that it was going to be terrible before I even got there. Same thing with like, you know, say going to a restaurant. It's like, oh, I know there's going to be a huge lineup. Okay, well, if there wasn't, there is now. Like, you know, like we were just watching those little mini conversations of our expectations and assumptions of the future. And when we have those little mini conversations, if we're feeling upset and we haven't even gotten there yet, then we know that we're not going to create something we're going to enjoy in the future. And to start catching those little thought processes as well, you know. And so you can use your emotions, you know, to create, yes, but you can also use your emotions to figure out what's going on, you know, upstairs if you're not catching those little conversations, you know. And somebody said to me, they're like, Amanda, you know what? You're mad about future events that haven't even happened yet. You're annoyed with something that hasn't even happened yet. And I'm like, you're right. Maybe I should stop doing that. So I've resolved to go on this little kick to like just catch myself every time I thought about doing something and how I thought it would end up. And I just slowed down and became aware of my conscious thoughts, you know, just like, oh, you know, Jerry would pick me up, but he's going to be late. I know it. He's going to ruin my day. Like, oh my goodness, right? Like seriously. So, you know, just starting to become aware of those is also really, really important. Just want to add that in there. Yeah.
That is actually like an amazing point, because you're right. Like if you do have a feeling of like, just, you know, you're just not feeling good about the situation, you're not feeling happy about it, then it's true, it is stemming from a thought. That's the only way a feeling is created. So you just have to backtrack, and just like you said, it's something in your mental diet, that a conversation that you missed, that you had with yourself, and to kind of go back.
And it'll keep playing back there. It'll keep playing. Sometimes, you know, you'll be in an annoyed mood and you don't even know why, you know, but you know, you had some annoyed feelings. You know, it's like the other day I did that. I don't even know where we were. We were coming back on the ferry and some like annoyed thought like hit me, and I was like annoyed. Like, you know, cat airplane ears, like that was me. And I couldn't even figure out why. But I remember having a thought that made me start feeling like that. And I'm sure it wasn't even a thought based in that moment of reality. I'm sure it was based on something that hadn't even happened yet about going on a silly ferry, right? Like, you know, but you know, and so that's why revision is so incredibly important when it comes to, you know, basically recreating people, you know, is because we have to get past all those stories. Our subconscious mind is like, we'll do a favor for you. We will repeat that story that's annoying you in autopilot in the back because you programmed it in. No problem. You got this. Okay, but I don't want you to. Well, I don't know. You said it. So why are you just going to do it, right? So, you know, it's about recreating all of those inside of ourselves, right?
Exactly. Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Well, guys, Reem is available for video coaching sessions. Her clients love her. Thank you, Reem, so much for being here.
Thank you.
Awesome. And guys, thank you so much for liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. And we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.
Bye.